Welcome back, everyone. Today we are looking at planting onions from this onion set. So I'm just kind of showing you here how these will likely come. You can see we have just a bag of them. And the really cool thing about the onions is you can plant them in rows if you want. Probably space them out about 2 to 3 inches between each little bulb here, because each one of these will turn into a full-size onion. And then space the rows out by about 2 feet. What we're going to do is we're not going to plant them in rows. We're actually going to put them in between a bunch of the other plants, because onions make wonderful companion plants for most things. You won't want to put them next to like asparagus or beans or peas, so just be careful on those. Otherwise, pretty much everything else, especially like the cabbage family, so broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, kale, spinach, anything like that. These work really well because they'll actually help repel some of the pests, so it should help keep off like aphids and the different little worm style things. I don't know all the names of them, but it should just help with some of the pests and generally just kind of helps improve the flavor of those. So we're going to go ahead and start planting them kind of in between. It'll be a little bit hard to see because a lot of our stuff hasn't come up. We just marked the rows. Maybe you can kind of see a little bit of green off in the distance, but we're going to plant one every about 2 to 3 feet just in between our rows to offer that protection but still allow us to get through to pick. So what we're going to do is actually have this handy little mini spade here, and this will make it easy because you don't want your onions more than an inch deep. So I start like on one spot here, and I'll just stick this in and dig out. They said an inch is not very deep, so that's why it's kind of nice to have this little mini spade, because it prevents you from actually digging deeper, which is kind of a habit we do. And then you'll want to take your little bulb here, or your onion set, and we'll just set this in here, and then we'll actually come back, and let me make sure I don't step on anything here, but we'll actually just sprinkle dirt back in here and bury it. Like I said, no more than an inch of soil, and you'll want the pointed side up. Ideally, you would plant this as soon as it is warm enough to work the soil. Most places that'll be like early April, late March maybe. Here we actually just had a really bad frost in early May, so we're kind of behind. Ideally we would have planted these a month ago, but all that means is we'll have a little bit smaller onions at the end of the year, or we'll have to go a little bit later in the fall for these to fully mature. And that is about it. Nothing too special. You'll want to water them, keep the soil moist but not wet, and obviously not as dry as this is because it's just crumbly dust, so we'll have to water a lot today. Be sure to check back later. We'll do a video on harvesting, but these will be pretty easy because it's once they go to flower, they've stopped growing, so you can actually dig them up, or you can wait for the greens to die back. They should look somewhat similar to spring onions, which you can kind of see here. And you can eat the greens off of these onions. Just keep in mind that that may stunt the growth if you're cutting back the greens on your onion. Hopefully this helps you get started, and be sure to check back our other videos on planting and harvesting. Thanks, and have a great day.